welcome to YMI Insured. My name is Avery Pennell, and I'm the marketing coordinator at YMI Insurance. Don't swipe away just yet, okay? Give me a chance. Now, it's pretty embarrassing to work at an insurance agency and not know anything about insurance. So I talked to my friend Jimmy over here.
That's me.
Nice. And I said, how about we do a little video for girls like me or guys who don't know anything about insurance? And he was so kind and said, absolutely, I think that's a great idea.
It is a great idea. I think a lot of people don't know a lot about insurance, and we're here to help out.
And I'm one of them. So I thought the first episode would be basic words for basic girls. Okay.
Love it.
So I'm going to give you a bunch of terms that I've heard that relate to insurance.
Yes.
I have no idea what they are. And it's going to be a little embarrassing. Okay. So just be prepared. Okay. Term number one.
Yes.
Coverage.
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 So that is the protection that insurance is all about. It is, we use the term coverage to mean liability. So if you hurt someone, if you cause bodily injury or property damage, you get coverage from your insurance. It protects you, essentially, your assets, so that if they sue you or they seek reparation for the damages that they've had, it's not going after your personal assets or your wages. Your insurance comes in, provides you the coverage, and helps make the other person whole.
That is good to know, that I can provide coverage for myself.
Yes.
All right, the next term I have for you,
Mm-hmm.
I hear this one a lot. No idea what it means?
Yes.
Premiums.
That's what you pay for your insurance. We call them premiums. I don't know why. But essentially, if you owe $1,000 a year on your auto insurance, that's your premium. That is what you pay to get the coverage that we were talking about previously.
All right. So with premiums,
Mm-hmm.
I understand that's what you pay.
Yeah.
It's like, what am I paying for with that?
For the coverage. So let's do an auto or a home policy. Let's talk auto.
Perfect.
All right.
I have a car.
Good. You have a couple different coverages in there. Again, coverages is your protection, right? The liability, that's bodily injury for when you hurt someone or if you damage someone's car. You get coverage for that. There's first party benefits, which are for you. And so that's, you're in an auto accident and you can't go to work. You get income loss for that. You get accidental death, you get medical payments, you get funeral expenses. Those are first party benefits for you.
Oh, that makes much more sense.
Okay.
I was confused about that.
And so when you pay your premiums, you're paying, for each of those coverages, there could be more or less expensive. And the premium is ultimately what you're paying to get those coverages.
I gotcha. So it's all encompassing.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. That leads me to my next one.
Okay.
I feel like they go hand in hand, but what
Yes.
do I know? Right? Deductibles.
Okay. Deductibles are what you will owe in a claim before insurance pays out. So let's go back to a coverage we didn't talk about, and that's physical damage for your vehicle. So if your vehicle is in an accident and there's $10,000 worth of damage, your deductible is what you're going to pay before the insurance company pays. So a higher deductible, like a $1,000 deductible, means you owe $1,000 and then the insurance company comes in. What's going to happen is that's going to be a cheaper policy because you're taking on more of the risk yourself. You're taking on that first $1,000. Whereas if I have a $100 deductible, I only have to pay out $100 in that claim, but they're going to charge me more because I take on less risk, essentially.
So you're paying for part of it.
You're paying for part of it. Yeah. You have some skin in the game from the insurance company's perspective.
All right.
Yeah.
Skin in the game. I love it. All right. Next one.
Mm-hmm.
Policy.
Your policy?
Yeah.
That is everything, right? So your policy is the coverages, but within your policy, you're going to get a couple different parts. One of the parts is the deck page, and that lays out a lot of the information. So who's the insured? What's the premium? What are the effective dates on the policy? A lot of that good information is in there. The policy is then basically the contract that you have signed with your insurance company, saying this is what's covered. These are the coverages. This is how we will handle the claim. All of the information in terms of that is in a contract, and that contract is your policy.
So it's basically just what is covered and what isn't covered.
It's what is covered, what isn't covered, in very, very specific details.
Gotcha.
So insurance companies are run by lawyers, and they get really, really technical on the terms and what's covered and what's not covered. And your policy will lay out all of that.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
It is, you know. All right, the next one I have for you.
Yeah.
Claim.
Claim. That's what insurance is there for, is for when you have a claim. So for when you sustain, a bodily injury or property damage, that is a claim. You go to your insurance company and you say, hey, I was rear-ended by a vehicle. I hit a deer. My house caught on fire. All of these are different claims that you can have. And so that is, again, what insurance is for, to protect you from those claims. That coverage is for the claims. And when you need it, that's what we're here for.
So it's basically like me going to my dad and being like, hey, Dad, I did something.
As long as, your dad is there to, protect you and make you safe and whole again, then yes, that's exactly what
Absolutely.
it's like.
He's the best. All right, next one for you.
Yes.
And this will be the last one.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You sure?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Rates.
So rates are very related to premium. It's what you pay. And I'm going to try not to get too technical. For each of those coverages that you have, right? Whether it is your property damage or whether it is the bodily injury, the liability, there is a rate that goes along with that. And so each company files with the state and they say, hey, for this, I want to charge a rate of X. And so essentially what you do is you take all your coverages, you multiply them by the rates, and that's going to equal your premium. And so what's happening right now is a lot of companies are taking up rates. They're increasing their rates because they're trying to make whole. They have a lot of losses right now. So they're increasing their rates, which ultimately increases people's premiums, which ultimately has them calling us, trying to find, better solutions, cheaper insurance, or at least, make sure their coverages are good and that they're getting the best rate around. And that's what we do. We shop around. We're independent. We have lots of different carriers and we find them the best rate.
And what a great way to close out.
There
Thanks
we go.
so much for joining me, Jimmy.
Thank you. This was a lot of fun. I like this.
Good. Catch us next time. Thanks so much.
Bye. That was awesome.